story time. I commute my one-way, hour-long commute in the beautiful Pacific Northwest, but shitty fucking ass Portland Metro. Did you know? Now I'm gonna start it with this. I currently make over 6 figures. I have a very successful executive position. Work at a high-rise, beautiful views, have a team under me. I'm a leader. I'm a mother. My husband's a stay-at-home. Helps raise our kids, helps take care of the family and the household. But we are equal. We're 50-50. I still take out the trash. I still come home and cook dinner. I make more money though, but that means nothing. Great, healthy relationship with over 12 years of marriage, let alone more than that, knowing each other. We've almost divorced several times. We have 3 kids. We've gone through every single stage you can imagine that breaks a marriage. Financial issues, litigation issues, stalker issues, insecure issues, job, everything. Grief, losing a parent, going through mental torment where the other person needs to have the greatest patience in the world until you save yourself from darkness after losing someone in a really hard way. You name it. Such has been our life, our marriage. And we are on the other side of it. We've never been stronger. Communication is our #1 skill in our marriage. It's also #1 reason we argue. When you're so honest, you end up arguing more because you're honest and you talk about everything that you're thinking instead of holding back. People don't realize that it's actually better that way. I always tell my daughter, if you are not arguing, at least here and there in your life, in your relationship, then guaranteed there's secrets. Guaranteed. You will discover stuff. There will be secrets. There will be more issues in your relationship if you do not learn how to argue effectively, tactfully, brilliantly. Teaching my daughter to be a badass boss babe, and she could be a badass boss babe, stay-at-home babe. It's not like she has to have a career like me. I would prefer her to have a fallback. I'm always telling her, you never know what's going to happen. I want you to be able to pick up those reins if your family needs it. Always. Do not rely on anyone. People will disappoint you. The world will turn their back on you in a heartbeat. It won't even make sense. Be prepared for that. Tell that to all my kids, because no matter how successful and blessed I am today, I used to be a homeless single mother. I would have been abandoned by people closest to me, like parents. I have been left in the ditch, metaphorically and physically. I have had the hardest fucking life you could possibly imagine. I'm the type of person that when people start asking me questions and I actually honestly answer it, they don't believe me anymore. That's how amazing and fucked up my life has been, that it is so unbelievable for people. They think I'm lying, that I'm telling fantastic stories, when in reality that is my life. From sleeping in a hammock in the jungles of Michoacan, Mexico, without running water or electricity, bathing and washing clothes on a rock in a river every summer to visit family, to having my parents abandon me and disown me because I chose to divorce, which is a sin, and they believed my psycho ex, who was a really great manipulator and gaslighter and narcissist. You name it, I've probably covered it personally. So this purpose for this video is to show you if I could fucking do it. Any motherfucker can do it. There are key things that were pivotal to my success that I am currently enjoying. So much so that I'm worried. Any minute now, it'll poof, go away. Any minute now, life will kick my metaphorical ball sack and I will go back to suffering, because that's all I know. All I know is misery, disappointment, and betrayal. So this life, I'm currently having to learn to enjoy it, appreciate it, relish in it. And that is probably the number one hardest thing for me right now. And I hide it well. Because women like me hide it well. We hide our pain. Because we do not want it to affect our children and our loved ones. So we put on a smile. We push ourselves. We get up even though we barely got any sleep from a sick baby. And we still go to our 9-to-5 badass job and are successful even though we're drained. Because that's what women like us do. When I was a homeless single mom, I was escaping that narcissist that I divorced. He put me through years of litigation just to prove a point. Because I always told him I was going to leave him the first opportunity I had. He would hide my passport, hide my driver's license, hide documents, threaten to do certain things that would stop me and prevent me from divorcing and following through. The minute he deployed, I jumped on my opportunity to escape. And he started to weave and spin tales about myself. Spread it so far and wide, everyone believed it because I was such a weak, meek, pathetic, stay-at-home, kiss-ass, submissive nobody that didn't value who I was as a woman. No hate to stay-at-home moms. Please don't misunderstand me. That's who I was, though. I could have been a badass, strong, independent stay-at-home mom, but I wasn't. I was a pushover. I put up with abuse. I would shut my mouth. I wouldn't have a voice. That was my downfall. But something clicked. My little girl. I did not want her to think that this was the norm, that life was acceptable to her. And so the minute I had my opportunity, all the threats in the world didn't stop me. I was ready for a battle, and boy did he deliver on his threats. He wasn't anticipating my strength and determination to win no matter what. Something about being a full-blooded Aries, you tell me I can't do something and I will do it. That's the worst thing you can do or say, is put me down in any way. That will be exactly what gets me above you. And I'm sure many, many women and men are like, yes, I relate. That better not be my tire. You could do it. If I can do it, you could fucking do it. When I was a homeless mom, back to my point, my motivation was my daughter. I would stay up all night and work as a bouncer, doing things that I knew I could do because I was brought up to be a very badass woman, but just mentally submissive to my Hispanic family and future husband. Even though I could have kicked his ass in a heartbeat, I was a submissive idiot. So I did what I could to make money as a single mom, trying to hide in the downtown streets of Portland, going homeless shelter, to couches, to churches, church basements that I was allowed to stay at with my daughter, and I would watch over her while I worked and hustled and picked up every coin and dollar I could find to build a life for her and I. And I did it, and I succeeded because of grit, determination, and pride. Healthy fucking pride. That exists. Have enough of those things and you will be successful. Your definition of success will be yours. I promise you.